Hello, this is Monique McDonald. And if you're looking for more one-on-one help with your voice and how to make it magnetic, I want to invite you to check out my coaching packages at themagneticvoice.com. Then click Transform with Monique and book a complimentary connection call. Let's see if we can find a package for you that will fit all of your needs. I'm so grateful for your listening to the Magnetic Voice podcast, and I can't wait to meet you and continue the conversation. Take care. See you soon.
Welcome to the Magnetic Voice, here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel, a show where speakers and singers learn how to be more magnetic and align their voices to the divine within. Today, episode 52, Freedom Life with Jackie Cote. And now your host, Monique McDonald.
Hello and welcome to the Magnetic Voice podcast. My name is Monique McDonald and I'm so happy to be with you here today. We have an amazing guest that I can't wait to share with you, and she is Coach Jackie Cote, and more about Jackie in a moment. But before we go there, I want to invite you all to the magneticvoice.com. Transform with Monique. I've got a new thing going on. It's called The Green Room with Monique because I talk to you all the time, but I want to hear what you have to say. So come join me in the Green Room on Zoom Wednesdays at 1:30, and you can find that at themagneticvoice.com. I can't wait to see you. All right. We are here with my dear friend, confidant, roomie, amazeballs, Jackie Cote. Jackie, welcome to the podcast.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here, to be with you. Thank you so much. And thank you to the audience for being with us, whoever's listening in. And I'm just so grateful to be with you. Your energy is amazing.
All right, let me tell you a little bit about Jackie. Jackie Cote is a freedom mentor, a speaker, an RV adventurist who helps hyper-driven, successful people who already have money and success, but don't have a life they love. After working with Jackie, they learn how to awaken, empower, and own the powerful leader within so they can create the life they truly desire of freedom, adventure, and love, and fit the money and success into that life. Jackie's a Jersey girl at heart who comes with 30 years of leadership management experience in the restaurant industry and has helped over 300 people move to higher levels in their career and life. Jackie took the leap into entrepreneurship by creating a fully virtual coaching business and is now living out her dream of freedom and adventure by traveling the country in an RV with her man and 2 pups, meeting virtual friends and changing lives on her terms. Wow! Jackie! Amazing. You are living life on your terms.
Yes. And
how's it feel?
I just need to carry you with me everywhere. Just do my intro for me wherever I go, because you're amazing. I just need to I'm going to put you in my back pocket. Click. I'm going to I don't know. I love it. Oh gosh, I'm doing so good. We're currently in Virginia enjoying some beautiful fall weather and the colored leaves and everything. So, but just came out from the West Coast, Colorado area, all the way out to here. So living the life.
Living the life. And this is something I'm so excited to talk to you and share you with all my friends listening, because I think it's something that a lot of us dream of, but rarely can see the possibility I mean, it's not for everyone, right? Living in an RV is not for everyone. Just like when I tell people I'm an opera singer, they think of this very glamorous lifestyle. And it's a lot of hard work and travel and dealing with difficult people.
Right.
And yes, it's terrific and fun and amazing as well. So tell us a little bit about RV life and what is that like?
Well, it's funny when you say like it's not for everybody because I get so many people going, "Oh my gosh, I want to do that." And my first question is like, "Does your partner want to do that?" And they're like, "Absolutely not." And I'm like, "Well, it's never going to work if you both want to do it because you'll kill each other."
Right.
But when in reality, like the freedom life is really just a mindset first, and really stepping into the mindset of what you truly want your life to be like internally, and then the external shows up. Because this RV life was not on a vision board. It was not something that I was like dying to do. It really wasn't. It just kind of showed up in the middle of COVID when I decided I was going to travel more, and COVID prevented us from going on planes and going places. And so we started watching RV America, which is a TV show. And then we started getting addicted to like all the different models and watching families doing full time. And next thing we know, we're at an RV show. And next thing we know, we found like the perfect one with this side porch that I do all my business from. And I get to do it in front of a mountain. I get to do my business in front of a beach. I get to do it from the edge of the Badlands in South Dakota with the sunrise. I mean, that was not anything I imagined, and that possibility of the RV showed up. Then it stepped into potentiality of what it's become. It's just become magical.
And you are living a freedom life. And what I want everyone listening to know is you can live an RV life. I mean, a freedom life, even if you're not living in an RV, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your story. You have a very interesting journey. Tell us what made you decide. I know you started out in the restaurant business, and that's an amazing story in and of itself, how you became a coach and mentor. But tell us a little bit about what was that moment that you knew that you were meant to awaken, empower, and help people own the powerful leader within? What was that moment for you? How did you know?
Well, it's a great question because it's actually what could be considered one of the worst days of your life turned out to be one of the best days of my life. And that was 2 months after I landed in this coaching world. I found the whole, get a life coach certification. And I was like, all right, I'll go back to school. I hadn't been in college since 94 and this was 2018. I'm like, let's try something new. And I started 2 months of it. I started to see the possibilities of what people were creating, doing what I love. Because one of my gifts is really helping people see what they can't see, hold that gift of belief for them up until they get there and help them think differently and create more freedoms in their life. And I've been doing that for 30 years in the industry I was in. But then I started to see the possibility of being able to do it in my own business. But I was not ready to jump into business. Like I didn't have all the knowledge. Well, at least at the time, I didn't think I had the knowledge or the know-how or all that stuff. And then I got fired from my job. I went in on a Monday morning and they were like, we're letting you go. You're not meeting expectations, yada, yada. And they walked me out the door.
Oh my goodness.
Like a criminal. And I joke because like they
horrible.
They box you, they walk you. And I'm like, why? I'm not going to go crazy. But the minute I cried on the way to the parking lot. And the minute I got in the parking lot and I sat in my car ready to do my hour-and-a-half commute home after they made me drive an hour-and-a-half in, I was like, couldn't you have told me on Friday before the weekend? But my shoulders started relaxing. The tears kind of stopped. They slowed down. And I sat there and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm free. And I would have never have done that if they didn't let me go. I would have never have left the industry of what I knew. I was so comfortable, even though I was unhappy in the position that I was in at the time. I still was going to make it work, and it was what I knew, and it was safe, and I'd done it for so long. But if they hadn't let me go, I wouldn't have ever considered. If I hadn't met the coaching world, saw the possibility, and then somebody pushed me, out of that moment. Right. And that was the moment when I was like, okay, now you get to choose. It's your choice. Do you choose you or do you choose to go back to what you know? And choosing me was something that I was like, yeah, let's do this. I was still scared, still
right.
Fear,
but that is a very interesting question that you asked yourself. do I choose me or do I go back to what I know? Because a lot of people kind of feel like choosing them would be going back to what they know. So can you tell us a little bit more about that? Like, talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, no, that's great. Like my choosing me, what that meant to me in the moment was I had this vision that I had created in the 2 months that I had been involved with this new world. I call it this new magical world of coaching because I had no idea. I only knew football coach, soccer coach. I didn't know anything about this like coaching world. And it opened up the vision of the future of what's possible. And if I hadn't met that, I probably would have reacted completely different. So, God and the universe puts exactly what we need in our life for us to get the path's already created for us. So it was already being created for me. And by choosing me, I was choosing me who always desired to be an entrepreneur. I always desired to have my own thing. I always desired to be free in my time, to be able to choose where I wanted to go, to travel, to make the money but in the industry I was in, I was only able to get paid this much. I was only able to take this much time off. I was only able to do this much, like go to this place when they told me I could go. And it was limiting. And I was that I was always that person who wanted to push out of the box, but I was still in it for safety. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, but I know I don't belong here. So at that time I saw this vision of what was possible for me to get out of the box and do it on my own. And that was choosing me. And I was scared like everybody is when you make a big move like that. It's not the guaranteed income. It's not the guaranteed benefits. It's not all the safety and security that we say that what we should be doing. And I was like, but no, like this is it's possible. Other people are doing it. So there's no reason why I can't.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And what is the hardest thing about your freedom life? And what is the thing that you're the most grateful for?
The hardest thing in my freedom life is it's getting easier, but it's the stepping into the trust that you're supported.
Right.
That the journey, the path has already been created, that what it is that you desire is already done, but trusting, and I remember back in 2019, I had this situation with my coach where she was like, all right, teaching me trust in her way. And she had me do like this exercise where I did nothing because I was the one who filled out the calendar. I was working 90 hours. Like that's what the restaurant, I would fill nights, weekends, all of the things. And I wasn't making any money. I wasn't really feeling I wasn't getting the results that I desired. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And she's like, well, let's do less. She taught me how to be. I was like, what am I going to do all this time that you're telling me do nothing? And I was like, well, she's like, you're going to go for a walk. You're going to play with your dogs. You're going to take a bath. And I was like, what? I don't understand what this is. Right?
That's not work.
What do you mean? and this is the beginning of my trust journey. Let me tell you, I was like, okay, I'm going to trust her because she had been right about a lot of things. And I hired her. I'm paying her. I'm like, okay, show me the way. But it really helped me see that being is we're in this do-have society. We have to do to have. And there's really nobody teaching us how to just be and how important that is part of the business. That is the business, is learning how to be. And I had no idea what that meant until after 3 months, my income went from $1,000 to $3,000 to $5,000 to $7,000. It just kept going up each month and doing
and being more.
Yes.
Yes.
I had to get real creative. I was calling friends. I was going on vacations. I was like, what can I fill my time with? And I realized that is the trusting, having fun on the front end, picking pleasure over pressure, and surrendering to the results. Just trusting. And it's
say that again. Picking what? Picking
the pleasure
over pressure.
Yeah. And
picking pleasure over pressure. Oh, I love that.
It's an everyday question now. It's like an everyday question. If I feel something like, oh, I need to do this and I should be doing this, that's from pressure. That means I'm doing something that's not aligned with me, or I'm doing something that I feel like I should be doing because someone else said I should be. And I'm like, wait. Is that coming from a place of pleasure? Will it bring me pleasure, joy, and love if I do this? Or is it coming from a place of pressure because I feel like I need to like with this push energy? And every time it's a pattern interrupt for me, and it's like, nope, that's not that's from pressure. So we're not doing it.
Whoa. Okay. So the hardest thing or the most challenging thing about living a freedom life is trusting,
Yes.
is the trust factor.
Yes.
Okay. What's the greatest blessing?
That I actually like to be with myself, and I love myself, and I own myself. It's been the greatest foundational change that I didn't realize needed to happen. And it changed. That was, it's funny because you start out this journey, you're like, okay, you hire a coach, you hire a mentor of some sort, and you go, all right, show me how to create a business and build a business. And they all, I understand it now, and they all go, sure. And the first year of me working with that coach, she helped me heal so much internally and helped me like fall in love with myself and helped me see that like I wasn't really feeling for 40 years of my life. And so now I get to feel. I'm not afraid to be alone. I enjoy my own, like, being with me. And then when I talk about awakening, empowering, and owning, that last stage of owning is really where you own your authentic self, no matter what, unapologetically. And you just show up as you and know that you are the light and the magic, and you don't have to try so hard.
Yes.
So,
yes. And that, I really love that because when I work with clients as well, it's very funny, right? I'm coming at it from the point of view of the voice and being seen and heard, but it's the same message, which is knowing, trusting, and loving yourself first. Right? And what I love about what you've shared with us is that the most challenging part and the biggest blessing are kind of two sides of the same coin.
yeah. Oh my gosh, yes.
Right?
Yep.
Right? The trusting that you are going to be supported by the universe no matter what, because you are literally creating your own path.
Yeah.
You are a trailblazer. You are going where life takes you, where your heart takes you, and you literally are just following your heart and going where the energy is. And I have to share with you that, Jackie and I, for those of you that don't know, Jackie and I we are doing this mastermind, and we went on a retreat in Mexico. And we arrived, and one of our friends got there first, and I decided it was all of us, but of course our friend thinks it's all her.
Yeah.
We manifested the presidential suite in this 5-star hotel in Playa del Carmen, and it had its own private swimming pool, and we were just living the life, right? But we opened, we expanded, and we started calling ourselves the manifesting crew, right? Because from that moment on, all of us, there are 4 of us in our little crew, we all have been manifesting amazing things since that time. And I felt so expanded and reminded of who I am really and what's possible for me that I haven't gone home yet.
I love that.
So I went from Mexico to California, and I'm right outside of LA right now, and I'm about to go to San Diego later today, and then I'm going to be in Palm Desert, and I am really just following the energy. So yes. Jackie, the freedom life is rubbing off on me. I don't know where my journey is going to end, but this sensation of what you're describing of trusting that the path is there waiting for us, that there's always enough money. There's more than enough when you're really true to this idea of freedom and what true freedom is. I think it's something that we need to define for ourselves, don't you?
Yeah, and it's an internal thing first. I think a lot of times we look at and marketing is about, the lifestyle, the this, the that, but what does the lifestyle feel? Like you just said it. You said, I'm feeling and I'm following the feeling of my journey. And that's really
Yes.
what it's about, is what are you feeling along the journey? I don't know about you, but when we were doing goals back in corporate America, like, or back in jobs, it's like SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time
Right.
sensitive. And there was always something I was like, this is not fun. Like, what can we do to make this fun? And now I understand it. Like, now it's very, I intentionally set like the feelings and the journey along the way to the external thing, because the external thing never makes us happy. It's not the thing that like fills the internal need. And so when we follow the feeling and the journey and the fun and the love, that's the internal fulfillment of love, safety, and belonging. And
Oh, yes. And that's what was, I don't want to say wrong, but that for me also what was challenging about these SMART goals is because it was kind of imposing these things from the outside.
yes, thinking that would make it
Right.
all better, or that would make, like, we'd feel successful, satisfied, happy, love our bodies, whatever it is, whether it's a weight goal, money goal, whatever it is. And you get there and you're like, that didn't work because you didn't enjoy great.
Because you didn't enjoy the journey,
Yeah.
and you weren't following the map of your feelings
Yes.
and the energy within, right? That's what I see you doing as you live your life and as you connect with because we were roomies.
Right?
We had to share space when we were doing our coaching, and what I loved always when I was eavesdropping, of course I was, on your coaching calls.
Back at you. Same thing with you. I listened to yours.
Was I'm all about the voice, but your voice changed. Your voice became this bright light. I know that sounds strange because it's a voice and how is it light? But it became this beacon. And I knew that whatever, it wasn't so much what you were saying, although what you were saying was always brilliant. It was the energy behind what you were saying, that I knew that you were transforming lives because you were just, I want to say that you must be a like some sort of freedom pathfinder, like the leader, the one with the light when you're going through that, right? When you're going camping or you're going hiking and and it goes dark and everybody gets scared and, oh my God, who am I? What am I going to do? And I see you with this light and your voice just comforting and cajoling and empowering as you walk down the path.
Whew. Okay, we're going to get some new marketing from that. That was so good. That was so good. I've never looked at it that way, and thank you. That's why I love being with people like you. Because, yeah, like I don't even know what to say, because like you got me emotional, like feeling that. I got told by an Akashic reading one time that my core was freedom and love, and that all I had to do, that I was trying too hard in life, that all I really have to do is just be me and walk in the room and be me. That's it. Just show up. I don't have to say a word. And I was like, this was about a year or so ago, and I was like, that's a little, I don't know, full of myself. I don't know, you go down all those stories that you heard when you were younger, right? Don't be conceited, don't boast.
Right.
But I promised her that I would observe and see what she was talking about. And it's so true. Like, that's what I've been designed on. That's why God put me on this earth, is to be able to walk in and people immediately feel welcomed, loved. They know that they can, they feel the energy. And I ask my clients, by the way, why did you join me? And they're like, your energy. And I'm like, what did I say? I don't know. They literally will be, they have no idea. And so when I coach people on what do I need to say? What's my pitch? What's my this? And I was like, it's not the words. It's the energy behind. I just did a post on this. It's funny you say this. It's the words. I mean, it's the energy behind whatever you're what are people feeling when they're in your presence, when they're reading and even the technological presence, behind the post, behind the thing you're doing, they feel it. That's what people are receiving.
Yes. Now, you don't talk directly to your spirituality. you mention things, and I know that you're a very spiritual person, but how does spirituality figure in your freedom life?
That's interesting. It's very interesting that that's how you receive it, because it is something that was, um, we were raised Catholic until my mom passed, and then it kind of like the whole religion side of things um, dissipated for a while. And on this more recent journey, for 40 years, since I was 7, mom passed when I was 5, since I was 7ish, I had to really kind of learn how to take care of myself, make lots of decisions. Like, okay, if I needed clothes, I'd have to wash them. If I needed food, I'd make it. My dad worked a lot of hours. And so it really created this very independent, I got it girl, this woman, as I grew up. And so it wasn't until this journey 3 years ago, where I thought I was just me. Like, I had no support. It was just, I call myself a recovering I got it girl, because I
Recovering, I got it, girl. Meaning I don't need any
no,
help. I
there's
love
no,
that. Yes, I tend to have a bit of that myself.
like knows like, we are a reflection of who's around us, right? And it's like, and when I finally realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. Like, I have a higher power that's been supporting this entire time. I have my angels, my mom, I have, support spiritually and physically around me, with people like you and my community that I've chosen, like that has chosen me and that have been called to me. And so, yeah, it's a newer journey for me. And so it isn't something that,
Mm.
that I don't know how to explain it sometimes, or how to talk about it. I just know it. Like, I know it's, yeah.
Yes, and that's my sense, because you don't talk about it, but you live it. And so I just want to touch on that, because I think, we're here talking about the energy behind things, and I feel like I experience you as a very spiritual person, and so that I just wanted to
I
touch on that
appreciate that.
before we leave each other. Our time is almost up. I can't believe it. I feel like we just got started. But I've got 2 questions left for you. What would you say to the person listening here today if they said they wanted a freedom life? How would you tell them to start?
Mm. The really, the thing that opened up my eyes, or the world of possibility, was, tapping into what is it I always go back to childhood. I always go back to that fearless child, like that kid who, like, I don't know about you, but I set up desks, and I was a teacher, and I created mud pies, and I was the most amazing chef and I made a mess of it, but still make a mess cooking, by the way. I was like, I even was a choreographer, and I created like things to, music and Steve Miller. And it's really odd that I would create dance things to Steve Miller, but anyway, but I would tell you to tap back into what it is, and you're gonna have the little stories that you tell yourself of why you can't have this and this and that. Let those flow through and put them on a paper, and really tap into what do you want, what do you desire, what do you want to feel, what do you want to smell, what do you want to taste, like what do you want to experience. And I walk every client, I don't care if you're a one-on-one, a membership, anything, I walk everybody through that visioning process. And we actually do it monthly now in one of my programs, because it's important to always be in touch with what it is that you desire, because we don't let ourselves desire. We don't let ourselves vision. Yeah. And so that would be the starting, is like, give yourself permission to desire, and like tap into the things and start to visualize what it is that you want. And I could tell you that is it's one of the biggest first steps, and it's one of the hardest. It's one of the hardest for most of us.
And you have a gift for us, excuse me, to get us started with that. Is that correct? Intentional goal setting.
Yeah. Intentional goal setting. You get a 20-minute, I think it's a 20-minute video, where I just explain how every month I've taken those SMART goals and made them more fun. We do it. We tap into with markers and crayons, and if that's a challenge, it's okay. You can do it your way, but I challenge you to step into that childlike energy and fun. But really we talk about what the journey and the feelings and all of the senses along the journey to the external goals. And so that's what that video does. And after that video, if you feel like I'm still a little stuck or I'm not quite sure, there's a connect call link that they can click on and schedule time
So
with
they
me.
can meet you and connect with you. Well, thank you so much, Jackie, for being with us. I have one last question. What is a magnetic voice to you?
It's owning your true authentic self and letting your light shine and be your magic and whatever resonates with you, so that the world can truly get what God gave you to share with the world, and release anything that's holding you back from being that individual. And a voice is from here, a voice is the energy, a voice is just who you're becoming in the world, and get it, keep going back to you, like owning who you are.
Yes. Thank you, my dear friend.
Thank you.
And I'll see you on the journey.
I know. Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, here we are. Let's go ahead on in to our deepest, most sacred space within, beginning as always with the breath, releasing, taking in that life force and gently exhaling, allowing our stomachs to fall back towards the spine as we exhale. Releasing anything before this now moment as we inhale from tummy to shoulders, filling yourself from bottom to top. And then pausing for a moment, knowing yourself as this magnificent being full of the life force. Then gently exhaling, tummy to spine as you exhale. Freedom. True freedom is here. The freedom of knowing who you are and whose you are. As you breathe into the source of all there is, that is within you. And know yourself as this source, as this perfect energy center between heaven and earth, where all possibility lies within. Tuning your energy to true freedom. What does that mean to you? We are now going to go into our imagination, the power of imagination, and imagine ourselves truly free. Financial freedom, location freedom, freedom. And breathe and know yourself, trusting that our path to freedom is already laid out before us. All we have to do is show up and be who we are. Follow that energy. Trust that sixth sense, the one that is always connected to the divine. And as we know ourselves as truth, freedom itself, and divine, we are truly grateful. For right here, right now, in this moment, we are living our freedom life and we are grateful. And so it is. Amen.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Magnetic Voice here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel. This channel is made possible because of listeners just like you. If you would like to support the channel with your tax-deductible contribution on an ongoing basis or through a one-time gift, head over to experienceofthesoul.com/support. The Magnetic Voice is copyright 2022 Monique McDonald, all rights reserved. Our theme music is composed by Dave Croft and used with permission. The Experience of the Soul podcast channel is a production of 818 Studios.
Hey friends, Sean here, your Experience of the Soul producer. I want to take a moment to tell you about something truly exciting. The Soulworks online community, created by your host, Cynthia Alice Anderson, and available on the Mighty Networks app. If you're looking for a place where you can explore your spiritual path, connect with others, and grow in a meaningful way, then this is for you. Soulworks is so much more than an online community. It's a safe, inclusive space for spiritual exploration, self-discovery, and personal transformation. Inside the community, you'll find everything from uplifting spiritual studies to soul-centered growth practices, meditations, affirmations, and so much more. It's a space where you'll always be supported and never judged. The best part, membership is free. You'll have access to powerful resources, inspiring content, and a supportive group of like-minded people who are all on their own unique spiritual journeys. And if you're ready to dive deeper, there are premium options available to enhance your experience with a live Monday night talk series and extended, deeper meditations. If you're seeking a place to connect, grow, and nurture your soul, we would love to have you join us in the Soulworks community and see where this journey can take you. Visit my.soulworkscommunity.com today.